30 years ago was a pivotal moment in equine health research, recognizing the groundbreaking work at the University of Kentucky that stretched back to 1917. A group of equine industry visionaries came together and created a powerful center, a scientific institute whose members were solely dedicated to researching equine health and diseases. In 1987, the Maxwell H. Gluck Equine Research Center opened its doors and took its place as a world leader in horse health research.
The Gluck is a unique collaboration between the equine industry, the university, and the state of Kentucky that began 30 years ago and continues to this day. In fact, our relationship with the equine industry extends well beyond that, going back to the turn of the century with some of the pivotal work that was done here on equine reproduction.
The vision for what the Gluck Center was to be wasn't just to be a research center that was going to serve Lexington, serve the university, serve Central Kentucky. It was going to be a research institution that was going to serve the world in its vision and its purpose and its mission for everything that was going to be best of class for the thoroughbred and for the horse.
Against that backdrop, it was quite evident as time went by that the facilities available in the old, what was referred to as the animal pathology department or the Department of Veterinary Science, had become outmoded. They were insufficient to provide an environment in which research on diseases of the horse could in fact bloom and flourish. And with that in mind, a center needed to be established whose focus was solely and simply to undertake and to provide an environment in which equine research could be carried on without interference and with the fullest support of that industry.
Gluck is unique as an institution in its focus on discovery science for the benefit of horse health. It clearly illustrates the benefit of working together across disciplines, not only scientific disciplines, but also the unique opportunities here in Central Kentucky for the scientists to work with veterinary practitioners and, critically, the horse industry and the professionals.
Prior to the 50s and the 60s, this was a relationship that was relied upon by the horse industry for a lot of novel discovery related to dealing with a lot of the diseases that today we can look back on and we can reflect on, discoveries that were actually made here with the Gluck Center research faculty prior to its existence that led to us today dealing with a lot of what had been at that time devastating losses for horse owners that today we're able to prevent and to avoid for many, many horses that we deal with on a general daily basis.
Time and again, the Gluck Center has been the place the equine industry turns to when it needs answers. The Gluck Center has responded to the most pressing needs of the industry.
You can find someone doing equine research in most veterinary schools and most veterinary science departments. What is unusual, though, is the depth and the breadth of the research activity that we have in our program. It's what truly makes our program unique.
You won't find a research farm like this. Whenever I get somebody visiting, the first thing I do is I take them to the farm and they all go, wow.
What I've been most impressed with is that they're looking for the next generation of these brilliant researchers who are coming in with great passion for the horse, great passion for the mission of Gluck Center and what it's going to do.
We put a lot of emphasis on student training.
I find it to be one of the most important parts of my job is to ensure that we're giving these students the right foundation to carry on and be successful and carry on the legacy as well as carrying on in very critical research once they leave the Gluck Center. So I think that's a really exciting part of our job is graduate student training as well as giving undergraduate students opportunity to come to the Gluck Center and get a taste of what research is like and to understand the scientific process and to understand why we do what we're doing.
Unrivaled in focus and scope, the Gluck Center is uniquely positioned to continue to set the standards of improving the health and well-being of the horse.
We're dealing with equine athletes. We need to be able to solve the problem. And whenever we've had major reproductive issues in the industry, we always turn to the Gluck. They're always there for us. They've done the research. They've got the answers.
And it's not just here locally that it's a big influencer of. Its tentacles reach out globally.
We also recognize that we're surrounded by all of these incredibly beautifully manicured farms that are dedicated every day to taking care of and raising some of the world's greatest horses. And that we can feel really proud about, that the Gluck Center has played a role in helping to see those people reach the return on that investment that they've made over a lifetime of contributions to the industry.
Because if we don't, and if we don't do the utmost we can to ensure the continued economic viability and sustainability of this industry, it's waste of time to have a Gluck Center. It's there for a purpose, and that purpose is to do just what it has been doing over the last 30 years, namely to do everything in its power through its faculty and its graduate students to support the needs of an industry that's so deserving of that support.
We appreciate that today's leaders continue to invest in that important mission and value our partnership with the caretakers of the horses we collectively cherish.